Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be showing you how to achieve dewy and flawless skin. My skin is not necessarily one of the most flawless skin types, so I wanted to show you how to achieve a nice smooth coverage. And as you can see, this is what my skin looked like this morning. My skin was not agreeing with me. I had a lot of redness. What you see on my face isn't necessarily a lot of spots. They are just scars and redness that likes to flare up. So I like to prime my skin really well before I apply any foundation. So what I'm doing at the moment is applying some serum, and then I'm going to be moisturizing my skin also, and making sure that your skin is well prepped. Just make sure that nothing clings on to any dry skin. The foundation just applies a lot more smoothly, and everything is just looking a lot more nice and smooth and flawless basically. So once my skin is all moisturized, I'm going to be going in with a primer to give us that glow. Today I'm going to be going in with a luminizing primer, and this is the L'Oreal Lumi, I think that's what it's called. And what this does is it's going to help illuminate the skin underneath our makeup. Then I'm going to be going in with our Laura Mercier Silk Cream Foundation, and I've mixed it with a little bit of our argan oil. And what this does is it just gives me a little bit more of that dewiness. Also, it shears down my foundation so that it looks a lot more natural at the same time. So what I like to do is work in thin layers. If I do want to build up more coverage, then I can go over another layer after. So I'm just using my Real Techniques Miracle Sponge to bounce that product onto my skin and create a nice even layer all over. I just want to use lots of bouncing motions and just create as flawless of a smooth layer as possible. You just want to make sure that there's an even amount of coverage all over your face, and then if you do want to build up any more coverage, you can just go back into that foundation and apply some on the areas that you feel need a little bit more coverage, like I'm doing now. Then I'm just going to use the sponge to bounce that on top. Then I'm going to apply a concealer under my eyes. Today I'm going to be using the Maybelline Fit Me Concealer, and I'm just applying some underneath my eyes and on the high points of my face, such as my forehead and also my chin. And again, I'm just going to be bouncing onto my skin, my sponge, just to make sure that it blends really evenly everywhere all over the skin. We want to make sure that there's no harsh lines. We want to really subtly highlight the areas we want to highlight without making it look too obvious, so you want to make sure that all the lines are really well blended. As you can see, I'm using lots of pressing motions to make sure that it's pressed really well into the skin. Next, I'm going to be taking the Lancome Teint Miracle Stick, and I'm applying it onto the areas that I want to highlight also. I'm applying it onto my cheekbone, my nose, my forehead, and also my cupid's bow and chin. And what this is going to do is it's going to highlight these areas, give me a really gorgeous glow. Then I'm just going to be pressing some translucent powder onto the areas where I get a little bit oily, and this will just prevent you from looking shiny and greasy. And I'm also setting my under eyes with this powder as well. Next, I'm going to be bronzing my skin. I'm using a matte bronzer to create a little bit more definition on the areas that I want to sink in slightly. So I'm applying it onto the outer perimeter of my face and also under my cheekbone. I'm not going to be heavily contouring or anything. I just want to use something matte to create definition with my face. And then also for a little bit of colour, I'm going to be using the Revolution Baked Bronzer and just start to apply this on the cheek area and also a little bit on my forehead as well. This is just going to give us that really gorgeous bronzed effect. Then I'm going to be taking my MAC Fix Plus and applying it onto my fan brush and applying it into the MAC Soft and Gentle Highlight, just to add onto the areas that I want to bring forward also. This is just going to top off our dewy look and just make us look nice and glowing from within. Then I'm just going to use a clean powder brush just to make sure that's all blended in. And to finish off, I'm going to be using my NYX Dewy Setting Spray and just make sure that all lasts and looks nice and dewy. So guys, that is the end of this tutorial. I was a little bit hesitant to do this tutorial just because I didn't want to do a skin tutorial when my skin is not necessarily the most flawless type. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Don't forget to comment, like and subscribe, and I will talk to you guys in the next one. Bye!